Welcome back to LedgerSync. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to convert your Excel spreadsheets that come out of LedgerSync into QBO files. So for those of you using QuickBooks, this is a very useful task, and there's just a couple of quick little conversions we have to do, and then we're ready to import it into QuickBooks. So what I have on the screen right now is a test client and a checking account. So these are the transactions as they're shown in LedgerSync. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pick up all of April's transactions. This kind of simulating what it would look like if I needed to do the April bookkeeping. So I put in my dates, and now I'm going to hit search. Here's all my April transactions, and very quickly I'm just going to come over here to export, and I'm going to export it to Excel. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. I'm going to move this over to my desktop. So now I have my transactions right here. This is just a Excel spreadsheet. It's a CSV file to be exact. And what I'm going to use is a piece of software we recommend from a company called ProperSoft, called the CSV to QBO exporter. So ProperSoft is a company that makes a number of different exporters, and you can see them right up here, propersoft.net. And if you go to the QBO converter, which is this right here, and purchase this piece of software, it's only $47, but if you use the coupon code LedgerSync, all capital letters, then you will get 15% off your purchase. Once you reach 25 users on your LedgerSync account, we will reimburse you the $40 that you spent. 47 minus 15% is $40. So when you reach 25 accounts on LedgerSync, we will reimburse you in the form of a LedgerSync credit, that $40, so that actually it's free. So my next move is to convert this into a QBO file that can be easily imported into QuickBooks. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the converter. Immediately it's asking me, what file do you want to convert? And here's my Excel file that I want to convert. So I'm just going to quickly hit here. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time, and it's moved all of my transactions into the converter. I can see what the number transaction is, I can see the date, the amount, what the payee or the description is. I'm going to do a new mapping because this is what you will see when you first log in. The first time you use the converter, you have to map, and it's easy. You have to map these columns to what they are. So watch what I do here. I'm going to hit Review Mapping. Brings up this screen. Let me shrink it down just a little bit to where we can see what we're working with here. So it's pretty simple. It's asking you via this column here, what column in the spreadsheet matches the line items that the converter is wanting to use. So for instance, it already has figured out that date is this column right here. See, in these drop downs, you have each of the columns that is here in your spreadsheet. So it's saying, what's the date? Well, the column called date is the date. The memo, you can use the sub-account if you want to. Usually, I will say do not use. I don't want my memos populated, but you can. The amount is the value. So you can see there's values right here. These are the amounts of the transactions. So the amount for the converter is value. Move back over here. Debits and credits are not needed. The payee, they've picked it up as the description. I'm going to leave that, because that's what I want. I want my payees as the description, because when I import into QuickBooks, QuickBooks is going to try and match these up to transactions that I have placed into the bookkeeping software before, and I can create rules based on what these descriptions say so that I don't have to do so much coding. Basically, QuickBooks gets smarter and smarter with every import. So I'm going to leave the payee as description. Check number, also check number here. This is the check number column. Other than that, I don't need to use any of these other columns. And if I want to save this mapping so that I can use it later, I'll call it test 1. I can save this mapping so that all of my LedgerSync mappings going forward, I just use this one and I don't have to even come to this screen. So I'm just going to hit save. I'm back to this screen. After you had mapped LedgerSync once, you will only need to use your mapping. So this becomes very, very quick. So watch what happens now. I've got my mapping done. It is ready to convert my Excel file into QBO. All I'm going to do here is hit save. As you can see, it's ready to save as the QBO file. It's asking me for a name. I'll just name it test 1. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And that's it. Here is my QBO file. And this goes right into QuickBooks. And I have another video showing you how to import this into QuickBooks as well. So watch that. But that is the simple process of converting the Excel spreadsheet into QBO. I took about 2 or 3 minutes to do this. In reality, this only takes you about 30 seconds for each file that you're transferring over, and then you can put it right into QuickBooks. As always, if you need anything, please contact our support staff, and we'll see you next time. My name is Christopher Reagan with LedgerSync.